How many of y'all know about that Erykah Badu live album? Number one on it, Rimshot Live. I came to hear the band today. I ain't thinking about you. I came to hear my drummer play. Boom, cat, I'm in love with you 'cause of the things you do to me when you boom, cat, I want a rim shot. Hey, a diggy, rim shot. Hey, come on, a rim shot. Hey, a diggy. I hit my note, bitch. Y'all already know what type of show we about to have, bitch. Go on my Instagram, shots out the kitchen and cocktails at Perimeter Mall. And one of the managers up there, Tabitha Collins, that's my girl. Baby, I went up there at 8, baby. I've been listening, these munchies had don't got the best of me, bitch. I went up there and got one of every damn thing on the menu, and the food is so damn good. So if ever y'all are in the Atlanta area, y'all definitely want to check out Kitchen and Cocktails or K&K down to the Perimeter Mall. What else I had wanted to say? Oh, tonight, guys, just for kicks and giggles, I moved slow mode to 30 seconds. So everybody can comment once every 30 seconds. You guys let me know if the chat is moving too fast, and I can put it back at 45 seconds. Also, you guys, I don't know. The two videos that I've posted so far from the cruise, like, guys, something that started out as just me being like, I just want to go somewhere. Like, this thing is getting huge. Those videos are circulating around social media like crazy, and so many people are showing interest in the cruise. And you want to know what's funny? Have you ever heard of like being scared of your own success or being scared of your own potential? Like, in this moment, I don't know, little old me, I don't ever think, like, for real, do I think I'll ever be the next Tom Joyner? I mean, not really. But then seeing people respond to this cruise the way that they're responding to it, I'm like, don't discount yourself, Q. Like, come on, hold your head up, stick your chest out. Like, yeah, start telling yourself you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because people are eating this thing up just from those two pieces of promo material. And we'll be dropping new materials for the whole year up until the cruise. So many people have signed up already. And this thing, I've already got some celebrity friends who already was like, Q, I'll come next year, just pay for my cabin and my flight, and I'll come help you. If like, this thing is growing. And funny, I was sitting at the St. Regis with Phil Thornton. He's the one who put together the R&B cruise with Tamar, Joe, and some other people on it. And that's going to be in January. And we started talking. I was like, well, you got a cruise and I got a cruise. Maybe there's a world where we blend our cruises, and bam, y'all, if that happens, I am Tom Joyner because he's the music arm of it all. So it's like, this thing, like, I don't know. With that being said, guys, we already had one situation where they bought out the whole boat for the previous dates, and we had to change it. If you are interested on going on next year's cruise, all it takes is $150 to get you in. All right. Do not worry about the total cost. My friend Kia Graves, my best friend since 9th grade, she went and put her deposit down for a single room last week sometime, and then she called me back and was like, Quentin, my payment's only $130 something until the cruise to pay it off. So it doesn't have to be a big expenditure. And then also, what I decided, I told y'all we're doing 2 on the ground, all-inclusive resort type trips a year. And then I also want to throw a 3-day cruise in there. I want to throw a 3-day cruise in there for people who can't get away that long, for people who have kids, so on and so forth. So bear with me. We're going to have it all going on. And before we get the show started, just for kicks and giggles, for our all-inclusive on-land destinations, drop down in the chat and tell me where y'all like to go. I'm a Mexico type of bitch. I'm a Mexico type of bitch. I love Maya Riviera, Playa del Carmen, Puerto Vallarta. I love all of those. Like Mexico, me please. Jamaica, I ain't really gotta have her, but we could do Montego Bay or Negril. The girls say St. Lucia, Aruba. Claudia Jordan was always talking about Aruba. I'ma tell Allegra, Aruba. The people saying Canada, Turks and Caicos. We going to Turks on the cruise. Greece. Now, girl, you know we can't take these girls across the seas. The girl Punta Cana, she too dirty. Punta Cana too dirty. And I not black. I Dominican. I not black. They ain't black. They black like this and not like this in Dominica. Them hoes ain't getting our money. I think we're gonna go Mexico and Aruba. We're going to go to Mexico and Aruba. That's what it is right there. Mexico and Aruba. Start getting y'all coins together. Somebody said Montego Bay is filthy. Girl, you see I skipped over Jamaica. You think... I almost was going to go in on y'all no shoes, having dirt road walking Jamaicans, but I said I don't want no smoke because can't nobody cuss you out like no Jamaican person. And what y'all Jamaican hoes in my comments not finna do is get on my line and cuss me out in broken English. Shouts out to everybody from Jamaica. If you from Jamaica, put Jamaica in the chat. I just want to see if I'm going to get jumped before I go off on them. The cruise info is either funkybunchgetaway.com or you can click the link in my bio. How many Jamaicans in this chat before I talk shit about y'all? Put Jamaica in the chat because I want to see if these old dirty foot dragging, dirt road walking, broken English, too much hair under their arm, always bleaching their skin, never have no money, never should have made it assholes gonna jump me. Shouts out to all my Jamaica people. Olivia, I see you down there. I'm going to bring you in at about the 8:30 mark, okay? Everybody, mommies, all the mommies on the line. We've got a beautiful guest tonight by the name of Olivia Lenar, and the name of her company is Mama You Matter LLC. She got, if you listen, if you just dealing with the trials and tribulations of being a mommy and all the things, the anxiety, the depression, being pulled in 400 different directions. Your husband cheating on you. Your mama got to go to dialysis. Your car smoking. Your supervisor talking to you any old kind of way down to the job. You got a retarded child and your other daughter's a whore. If you're going through all of that, clock it. If you're going through all of that, baby, we got some tools, some guides, some journals, and that's what our next guest. So all the mamas out there, y'all definitely want to hold the line and wait till we have our next guest come on. But let's go ahead and get this show started. Oh, did we get the show started already? Oh no, I'm high. Hold on. I didn't know if we had to set it off. I suggest or what. Let's get through this political corner real quick so I can get to this. Nah, forget that political corner. Since I said I'm high, I want to show y'all this. Okay, baby, this ain't even a story. This just a video for y'all to watch. So, y'all don't know that y'all be going to work with functional crackheads. Y'all be going to work with functional crackheads. Take a look at what this suit and tie type of individual did as soon as he got off work.
Gang, first and foremost, viewer discretion is advised. Now, I'm not gonna lie, at first, I'm like, bro, just getting his stretches in. I'm thinking maybe he's a yoga instructor, whatever. Then he pulled out the crack pipe. Now, I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't seen niggas do crack since the early 2000s. I ain't even know crack was still around. My boy is geeked the fuck out. This nigga is flexible as fuck. Pause, no diddy. Now he's a SEAL. This nigga swimming around. And I just want to know, like, where do this nigga live? Like, I know it's somebody in the building, like on the 4th floor, mad as hell waiting for the elevator right now. But gang, you can't even lie, gang. That's probably a regular Wednesday for this nigga. And he do look like he is having the time of his fucking life. Somebody in the comments gonna be jealous as fuck. Gang, first and foremost, viewer discretion.
So wait, I got a question for anybody that ever did them hard drugs. Now they can say whatever the hell they want to say about me, bitch, but I ain't never did nothing like that. But why when they do them hard drugs, all the men's turn gay and everybody be hot in between their legs and in their butt? What was going on with his butthole and his crotch? That whatever the hell it was he smoked, it activated him in between his legs and in his butt. Okay, and let me tell you something. The way that man was gyrating all down to that ground, I don't know whether I should be alarmed or whether I should be reading the Kama Sutra so I can learn some new positions. Because, baby, it looked like he was feeling real good in between his thighs. It's like, oh, my God. And whatever the hell it was he smoked, instantly turned his ass into a gymnast. Call that bitch Dominique Dawes. Do y'all see the way that man bent over and got all between his legs and in his ass, all in this elevator? Like, let me tell y'all something. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I probably should make this type of comment considering what my reputation is. But bitch, under a controlled situation with a guy, I might want to try it, bitch. That look a little fun if it make you do all that. If it make you get activated all in between your legs and in your butt like that, baby, I might want to order me a little piece of penthouse suite. Me and my man and some prostitutes we pick up off the website or something and smoke some of that shit to get the plan in between. Baby, he was activated, bitch. Wait. Somebody told me to run it back. Baby, he had to smoke that thing. Look at this. Baby, he was lighting it, baby, tooting it and booting it. Baby, you know what? It's not that crack. He was smoking that Jezebel spirit that's running in Porsche. That's what it was. That Jezebel spirit. Look at it. All in between his legs and in his butt. That thing getting hot. He had to open the door so some wind could come in. Some wind. Hit it from the bike. Hit it all from the bike. Hold on, let me rest a little bit. Hit it again. Let your friend hit it. Let the whole hallway hit it. Hit it hard from the back. Roll around to the front. I know you heard a lot of tracks, but 12 plays what you want. Do a split on the dick. Let me tell y'all something. Baby, y'all hoes better say no to drugs, bitch. Say no, baby. Listen. Woo! If y'all want some of that just one time, put me in the chat. If you don't want to touch that at all, put not me, girl. If you want to hit that just one time, put me in the chat. I want to see how many honest people it is. If it ain't for you, put not me, girl. Bitch, I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to hit it hard. I just want to have a puff. Okay? Girl, moving right along, guys. Quiet as it's kept, this person mama probably hit a little bit of it, and that's why they came out shaped like a scrunched up paper clip. But Shamar wanted to give Beyonce some thanks for doing his dance on one of her songs. I don't need my monetization to go away. But Beyonce was doing the disability leg. Look at Beyonce doing the disability leg. This dance is called the disability leg. SSI, shuffle step. SSI, shuffle step. SSI, shuffle step. The disability dance. Or whatever. And listen, I love how Beyonce goes out there and she cherry picks different pieces of the culture. I would 100% say Beyonce got this from Shamar, okay? But made it look real good. So Beyonce, you already know, baby, when you come to Atlanta, you gotta put Shamar on the stage. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, like, I love stuff like this for people like Shamar. Like, how great would it be to be validated by Beyonce? right? Like she ain't got to say his name. She ain't got to give him no credit, but it's one of those wink, wink. Like that is Shamar dance. Okay. Matter of fact, bring Shamar. Now leave Alvo dirty ass home. Don't bring Alvo, but bring Shamar up there so he could do the disability leg. I want Alonzo Arnold to do Shamar. Oh, nasty bitch. Oh, nasty. How many inches it is when the hair down to the back of your kneecap? However many inches. I want Shamar to have an old nasty beat like that. He got his new teeth. I want Marlo Hampton to style Shamar, and I want him to come out and turn it for the girls. Okay? Yes, God. You know what? And I ain't gonna lie to you. If they do a formal video for Boots on the Ground, Shamar needs to be in it. And also, too, I think Shamar could get a lot of traction in the social media space if he would get at the forefront of some of these line dances and learn them all. But Shamar should definitely be in the music video for Boots on the Ground. It would only make sense. A 40-inch bust down. Yes, we need Shamar with a 40-inch bust down. Blonde, bitch. Blonde. This next story is just a quick hit. This is just a quick hit. But our sister, Audra McDowell, becomes the most Tony-nominated performer in Broadway history. Goddamn, sis. You better get it, girl. And when it's got, get some more. This is what I'm talking about. Shouts out to Audra McDonald, baby. And I'm going to tell y'all, I'm not a confession. I've never been to a Broadway play in my life. I've been to various stage plays locally. I've never been a Broadway stage play in my life. So I don't know much about that world or whatever. But I have seen her in some television programs and in some movies. And what's the name of the show on HBO, the period piece, the antebellum piece that she's in? Oh my God. With Cynthia Nixon? What's the name of it, y'all? She played a mama. They wearing the big dresses with the petticoats. The Gilded Age. The Gilded Age. She is playing the hell out of that mama in the Gilded Age. That's where I know her real good. I know her real good from down there to the Gilded Age. Audra McDonald. So shouts out to our sister, Audra McDonald. And girl, keep doing what you're doing because you do it so well. All right, moving right along, guys. Moniece Slaughter says she don't mess with y'all in words. So Moniece's car got broken into. And she saw the break-in on the camera, and apparently it was some black people, based on her rhetoric, that did it. And she had some very not so nice things to say about the community. She said, shout out to the dummies. I think that's dummies. Hold on, let me see what view y'all got. Okay, she said, shout out to the dummies that broke into my truck with all of my production equipment, my talent wardrobe, and props in it. I watched the surveillance footage with LAPD, and I had the cars dusted for fingerprints. Don't ever ask me why I don't like black people. This is why. Just damn dusty, disty, just damn dusty, ditzy, deaf, and broke, and lazy for no reason. I worked too hard, and it wasn't enough for you to just rob me. You had to trash the trucks, leave the doors open so the lights were on, and the car batteries died. On top of that, you stole my seeing glasses. Complete wastes of life. And let Circa know they need cameras on the 3rd and 5th floor. Protect your public patrons. So everybody's up in arms. She said, I don't like black people. You know, Moneice, this really wasn't nice. And you are media trained enough. You are experienced enough in the business. You knew exactly what you were doing with an outburst like this. Now, maybe you didn't know what you were doing with whatever face this is. and whatever you did to it, but you knew what you were doing when you did this and what type of response. And Moneice, you are also smart enough to know that this is not a black people issue. This is a degenerate issue. This is a poverty issue. For you to say this is why I don't like black people, like it's just I don't know, Moneice. You know better, and someone with a voice as loud as yours and as big as yours and as robust as yours, I just don't know that you should be the one spewing rhetoric that the other side can use as bullets up against us. So shame on you, Moneice, and yeah. Nick Cannon's baby mama, y'all. Nick Cannon's baby mama calls him out because he hasn't seen his baby in a month. The mother of Nick Cannon's 7th and 12th child is shocked he's struggling to make time for baby number 12. Can you believe it? Nick Cannon, with 6 baby mamas and a whole dozen kids, doesn't have room in his schedule. Wow, never saw that coming. And this comes just after he revealed he has a $10 million insurance policy on his testicles. Maybe insure your time management next. His baby mama wrote, first of all, when I saw this, I thought the article was going to read Nicole Murphy and Nick Cannon go together. That's the first thing I thought. But she says, ha ha ha, funny. Any plans on seeing your child? It's been over a month, Nick Cannon, but good to know she'll get some of your money if anything happens to your balls. I'm here to tell you, in the words of Patti LaBelle, no, nope, you don't get to do this. You had number 7. So you came in at the halfway point. You knew what the situation was given. You knew what it was given, and then you decided to have number 12. Like, this is another reason why it is important that we don't just pass our kids along in elementary and middle school, and that they actually learn their foundational math. Because we know when you take, what's this? When we doing division, what's the number, the numerator and the denominator at the bottom? When you take the numerator and the bigger that denominator equals a smaller portion, the bigger that denominator is. So the numerator was 1 divided by 7. Your ass decided to take that 1 and divide it by 12. Girl, basic math. 1 Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is the numerator. And when you had child number 7, you was the denominator. 1 divided by 7. You decided to spin the block and wanted to be the denominator at a quotient of 12. 1 divided by 12. What did you think you was going to get? You thought you was going, girl, I don't know what you thought, Nicole Murphy, but it couldn't have been clear thoughts, because had you thought with clear thoughts, you would have known. How you mad, ho? He got more kids than it is days in a week. How you mad, ho? He got 1 child for each month. How about you wait your month? How about that? Honestly and truthfully, that probably would be the best thing for Nick Cannon to do, is just deal with 1 child a month once a year. Just concentrate your time. And y'all may not believe me, but he loved Mariah kids better than y'all kids anyway, because he had them kids the right way, okay? If you really want to know the truth about it, y'all kids ain't gonna never get what Mariah kids got. Y'all kids ain't gonna never get the quality time. Y'all kids ain't never gonna get as much money. Y'all kids ain't gonna be as close to his mama and them. His mama and them don't even know them other kids, but Mariah kids get to go around there. Y'all, oh, I'm so messy, but ain't that how it go? His family got a relationship with Mariah kids, but they don't know y'all. That grandma don't even claim them other kids. Y'all know that grandma don't even know them other kids. The only two kids that grandma and Aunt Niecy and all the rest of them deal with is Mariah kids. That's it. Welfare, a baby from Nick Cannon. Welfare, a baby from Nick Cannon. It's the same thing. A check with an absent father in the household, man. This is what you signed up for. I'm gonna do this one last story, and I'm gonna bring my guest on, guys. We got a disturbing story coming out of the LGBTQ community. So a heartbreaking 25-year-old trans woman was fatally shot by her 21-year-old boyfriend, leaving her mother to clean up blood and brains at the crime scene. Mom says she would have taken her shoes off her feet to give to a person. Take a listen at this.
Like a shocking to me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm still like I'm in a dream.
The new reality for Calvinita Brock after losing her youngest daughter, Kelsey Elam. St. Louis County Police say just after 11 p.m. on Thursday, a fight between 21-year-old Martino Lewis and a woman he was in a romantic relationship with broke out in the 5800 block of Grace Avenue. Charging documents say an eyewitness overheard an argument on Thursday night, but it was Kelsey's family who says that escalated into the man they call Tino punching Kelsey so badly in the mouth she started bleeding.
They always been arguing for some reason. I always stayed into it because my baby was she's a legend. She was trying to do her thing, but this was one that she was always supporting, taking care of, helping. This a dude that she was doing all this stuff for. And this is what you did?
Right. Documents say Kelsey was afraid Lewis was going to get her gun and asked a witness to call police. While he was on with 911, he heard a gunshot and saw Lewis run out of the house to drive away in Kelsey's car. Less than 48 hours later, Brock, who said the two were close friends, had to clean out the home her daughter was killed in.
All that blood and brains and whatever that's in her room, that was bow bow. That wasn't nothing about drop on the floor. No. Nothing.
Zoria Moten emphasizing how amazing her older sister was.
She can light up the room. She very playful. She funny. She outspoken.
I'm gonna stop it right there. Let me tell y'all something. I know we crack jokes sometimes when I say that these mamas supposed to be out here crying and carrying on. But I want to say the resilience of Black women needs to be studied. The resilience of the post-slavery and the slavery Black woman needs to be studied. This lady just got on this thing and said she had to clean up not only the blood, which I could almost wrap my head around the blood. She had to clean up the blood and the brains of her child. Woo. Baby, that landlord would have just had to keep our deposit. That landlord would have just had to keep our deposit, because I would not have been able to step foot on that property. Knowing how sensitive I am to energy and how sensitive I am to pain and vulnerable I am to crying, I wouldn't have been able to come on that block. And I'm not going to preach or lecture anyone, because I don't think this was like a DL on the closet situation. The mama knew him and they had been going back and forth. This is just, again, can I ask y'all a question? And y'all tend to get mad with me when I ask this sometimes. I know we toss the word around mental illness. I don't want to say mental illness, but are these people mentally delayed? Because I am pretty sure he is sitting in a jail cell right now, wishing he could take those 2 seconds back in time when he did this. When people commit crimes like this, like, the only reason why I be saying something be wrong with their mind is because they do the crime in such a way that you're going to get caught and go to prison for life. And the fact that their brain doesn't stop them from doing it, it suggests to me that something is not connecting up here. There is just no world where I would ever get that upset with somebody that I took a gun and shot their brains out. I don't understand how this happens unless somebody's brain is delayed. They can't self-regulate. Yeah. Man, oh man. And you know, it's so funny. This was just a perfect segue. Why do I always find a way to segue into our guest? But this was a perfect segue into our guest, Olivia from Mama You Matter LLC, because not that she created her product for people like this, but people like this could definitely use her product and so on and so forth. So without further ado, take me off of mute, Mama. I want to bring Olivia to the stage.
Hi,
Olivia, what's going on, my love?
hey, how are you?
I
I'm
am
sorry for
doing-
being hot right now.
Oh no, you're good, baby. I am doing better than I deserve. Let me tell you something that you did that I had not seen anybody do in a very long time. You wrote me this beautiful handwritten note, and I took all my time. I took my whole time and read it, and it just made me smile when you did this. And this is unrelated to your post. That you guys, the personal touch goes a long way. And it's so funny because ordinarily, like, had this been like a printed flyer or something, I probably would have thrown it away with the box. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that somebody took the time out to handwrite something to me, I sat down and read it. It was very heartfelt, and thank you so much for
You're
that.
welcome.
But Olivia, tell us who you are and why the hell you on our line.
Well, I'm Olivia. I'm born and raised from Chicago, but I currently live in Birmingham. So I'm currently in nursing school. I just finished my first semester. I passed with an A.
Come on, sis.
And I created my journal called the Mama You Matter Guided Journal just because of my own personal experience with postpartum depression. I had my son Cameron 2 years ago in January, and I was dealing with a lot. I had a really bad traumatic like pregnancy and like labor and delivery. I did not have the birth that I wanted. Also, if you hear my son, he might want to come in and we just gonna let him rock out. It's gonna let him rock out.
You know how we do over here, girl.
Right. Because I think he sees me on my mama. She's watching right now.
Okay. Hey, Ma. Hey, Cameron.
So around like 3 months, I woke up one day and I was like, I don't feel like myself. Like, I feel down. I already have like my own personal history of anxiety and depression. So I'm pretty like aware of like my own thoughts and like when I'm depressed.
Mhm.
But this was different. Like, I knew I was having thoughts in my head that I knew did not belong to me. It was thoughts that Cameron deserved a better mom. I was undeserving to have a baby like the one that I had. And thoughts that I should get rid of myself, basically.
Mhm.
And I had already had thoughts like that when I was pregnant, almost down to the point where I kind of had like a plan.
Mhm.
And so it got really, really dark. And ironically, my job at the time, I was balancing a lot. I was working full time from home, and I was finishing up my degree online.
Mhm.
And so my job at the time, I was working for UAB, and I was scheduling for the OBGYN department. So
Mhm.
I had mom was calling me excited that like their IVF had finally, worked, or they got their baby. And so I'm having to schedule them and like speak life into them. Meanwhile, I'm crying in between patient calls. And so I was like, I need help, because at my 6-month post-op, they have you do a screener to help, determine if you are at risk of getting postpartum depression. And I had no sign because I was still on the high from having my baby. And so I was like, I need help. And I really didn't see much of anything for women like me who were struggling. And so I wanted to be that person to kind of help fill in that gap.
Mhm.
We already have like disparities within the Black maternal health realm anyways.
Mhm.
And then when you add in the maternal mental health part, there's even less of support for us. And so there are experiences that I have heard from my family, my friends, women just telling their stories that I'm like, oh, nobody really asks us women, like, how are we doing? How is it co-parenting? How is it, with your partner once you have a baby? Because when you have a baby, it's a transformation. Like, who you were before you had your child is not the same person, after you have your baby. And it's an evolution, and you have to like relearn yourself. And a lot of the times it's very, very hard.
Yeah.
So this is 2 years in the making, my journal. I literally I hand designed every page. Every prompt came from me. The quotes came from me. It took me, I had to find like the perfect manufacturer. I designed literally everything for it. So this is my little baby.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So speak to me about the guided journal. I see, these design area to write right here. Look at my nails. Area to write right here. What are these affirmations or guides? Walk me through it.
Yes. So I included, the main thing that I really like is that there are prompts in there that just try to help guide and like, help you go into your brain of like, oh yes, this is what I'm experiencing. So it starts off asking you about like your birth experience, how co-parenting is. If you had a NICU baby, how was that? If you have like your rainbow baby, which is a baby that you have after you have a miscarriage or whatever. IVF, if your partner is being as supportive as you thought he was going to be, because a lot of the times,
look, it's really specific.
yes,
to the things that people actually need. Because you're right. I want to be honest with you. If anybody around me had a baby, as a man, definitely, I would not think to ask any of those questions. You know what I'm saying? Honestly and truthfully, my attitude more times than not when people have a baby is to leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? Or leave her alone. She with her baby. She probably not sleeping at night. Leave her alone. And you don't think to ask those types of questions.
Nobody asks us like, are you touched out? Are you overstimulated? Because you got the husband or your man over here trying to touch on you and a baby trying to, breastfeed. Like, I went through all of that. And I also tried to be as inclusive as possible. So even experiences that I may not have had, I wanted it to be included in there for other women who have experienced it. Like, intimacy after having a baby. How do you feel? Are you a little bit weird about it? Like, you're in your own personal goals, because at the end of the day, yes, you are a mom, but you're also a woman. You're your own person with your own dreams and goals. And so, also there are quotes in there that are scattered about, just to motivate you as you work through the journal. I left the dates blank so that, mom life, it might take you 3 months to get to the next month.
Right.
3 days.
You don't need no extra pressure.
No. Take your time, baby. Take your time. Okay. And also I put that there because when people ask you like, oh, like, when were you feeling bad? You're like, I don't know. I just know like I was feeling bad. You don't even know why. You can go to the doctor, your family, yes, and be like, on this particular day, I felt like this here.
Wow.
Yes. So
you know what I'm loving about this? I am loving the fact that it's not some generic journal from like a big greeting card corporation. Like, you really dug deep into what I'm listening to you talk about, all of the little details of the things that bother a woman postpartum. And I think that, wow, a lot of people need this. And a lot of people in the comments right now are connecting with the little thing that you're saying. And it's funny because even as a man, my eyes are just being opened right now with all these different things that I don't even know that y'all go through after having a baby.
Yes, and that kind of goes into something as well. My last big feature that I included was the resources. There are resources in there for the suicide hotline, the domestic violence hotline, the substance abuse, and the maternal mental health hotline that are in there. So you have something already there. Like, if you're in any type of crises, you can just go to your journal and get the number and call somebody, because a lot of the times you just need to talk to somebody. You don't know who to call. You want somebody that's unbiased, because you might talk to your mom or your friend, be like, oh girl, it's okay, because I went through it too. No, just because you've been through it doesn't mean that it's normal and that it's healthy. So I made sure that, I had something in there for them.
I keep smiling outside of me feeling my best self right now. I'm just really impressed by the attention to detail. And I just want to say, if anybody never told you, like, this is really special. And again, I think it's that attention to detail. This is everybody in the comments like, great job, well thought out. I could have used this. I'm sending this to my daughter, so on and so forth. So guys, for
Yes.
those of you guys who are interested in purchasing the journal, mamaumatter.com. And if you use promo code funky10, you will get 10% off. Guys, also, if you don't have time to write it down, you don't remember it, this link will be in the description box of this video where it will live forever. But it's mamaumatter.com. And if you use promo code funky10, you'll get 10% off. Olivia, before we get out of here, let the people know everywhere they can find you on social media and any closing words you may have.
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram. It's at Mama You Matter LLC. On Facebook is Mama You Matter LLC. Just follow us, share. My mission is for this to be something that women leave the hospital with. So if you know OBGYN, your doctor, if you know any type of like organizations that have like community baby showers, we can do bulk orders with a discount, and I want to get this out. I want this to be a part of something that every mama has. It doesn't matter if you have a 35-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 13-year-old. Postpartum is forever, and there's a question in there for you. There are a lot of women who are married who are living their life as a single mom. I feel you. This is something for every single mom. We just came off of Black Maternal Health Week a couple weeks ago. This is Mother's Day coming up. Get it for yourself, your niece, your auntie. Couple things. Funky, I would love to just use your ear for like help with like marketing and stuff, because when I got my degree at UAB, they didn't nothing about anything.
About marketing.
No ma'am, no accounting. I'm too P for P, and that's pretty for prison. Okay, I cannot go to prison because I put a 0 where I need to put something else. I cannot do that.
I understand.
So yes, I would love to get any type of connections with anybody to network to get this out there. We have a certain amount on hand, but we will go into a pre-order for 2 weeks, and then we'll start getting that together. Please bear with me. I'm in nursing school. It's just me, my mom, and my son.
Stuff in boxes on the weekend. Listen, that's how you get started. And you know, one thing I want to give out too, I talk about my sister all the time. Shouts out to my sister Belinda Holcomb. My sister's a labor and delivery nurse.
That's what I want to be.
So you sent me 2 books, one for my sister Shantae. I'm gonna send her this one, and the one for me, obviously I don't need it. I'm gonna give it to my sister Belinda so she can peruse through it. And I don't know what hospital protocols are, but perhaps she can refer it to people as she's pulling their babies out their cooch. Or
email me, y'all.
One at the counter or whatever. So Keisha, I got a book for you. We call my sister Keisha. I got a book for you, sis. Olivia, thank you so much. And I want you to stay in contact with Michelle B. Just let us know how your sales went, what's going on, and anything you need, holler at me or Michelle B, and we will extend our platform to you to make whatever happen that you need, sis.
Yes, thank you. And one more thing. My mom is a doula. If you were in the Birmingham, Huntsville, Atlanta area, she was my doula. She is amazing. She also does virtual work. Did you get her body butter?
I did. I did.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I
did.
Okay.
Right here.
Blue stage.
This is, and then look, you know, my boyfriend lives in Birmingham, so I'm in Birmingham pretty often.
Okay.
We can have us a little cocktail or something one of these days.
We'll go down to the bar.
I love it. Stay in touch, Olivia. All righty.
Bye, y'all. Love y'all.
Love you more. Y'all, she was so sweet. I am really impressed with this product. Cameron said, oh, this must be mom right here, Angelette Lennar. You have an amazing daughter, beautiful, and she did so well pushing her product on this show. Really impressed with how she came on, marketed herself, told her story, connected with the audience, sucked everybody in, and delivered the message. So good job, mom. And hey, Cam. All right, guys, let's move right along with the remainder of the show. Child, Shannon Sharpe, ex-boyfriend spoke, bitch. Y'all gonna catch these teas and how I dissected this. Shannon Sharpe's ex-stylist hints at keeping his secrets amongst sexual assault. Hollywood said, when I was around, you never heard a single word. Let me tell y'all something. Hollywood said, hold on, let me make this so y'all can see. Hollywood said, when I was around, it's all in the shoulder. When I was around, you never heard a single word. When I was around. Now, here's the thing. Let's talk about this. This is not the rhetoric of an employee. This is not the rhetoric of an employee. Number one, a stylist would never say, my stylist, my stylist is my friend Erica, who I just left eating with at Kitchens and Cocktails before I came to do the show. My stylist would never say, when she was around, none of this would never happen, because my stylist is not maintaining my relationship business. He said, when I was around, which also suggests that you are no longer around involuntarily, because it's giving a bitter tease. It's giving you was put out. Okay? Because a bitch that left voluntarily ain't got no static, ain't got no beef, and ain't got no axe to grind. When I was around, Hollywood said he ran things when he was around. He said when he was around, it was in order. When he was around, because baby, he had the pussy to keep Shannon Sharpe in check, baby. He said, bitch, when he was licking all between his legs and all down his thighs, baby, he allegedly. Bitch, I see this for what it is. I see this for what it is. Ooh, my Michelle. Ooh, that's my Michelle. Ooh, my Michelle. Ooh, that's my Michelle. I see that shit for exactly what it is. What it is, what it is. Last but not least, guys, Mia Thornton on Dish Nation. Mia Thornton talks about possibly rejoining or joining the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Take a listen.
Static. Okay, so you quit Housewives of Potomac in the reunion show of all things. Could you see yourself on Housewives of Atlanta, and have any of the ladies reached out to you?
Oh, you guys are getting really juicy, huh?
Yo, me, come on now, we're trying to get it.
Yes. So, it's a very juicy peach to have. And I am not going to say yes or no. I'm going to go to the table and eat wherever there's food on. And if there's nice, fuzzy, juicy peaches on it, I will grab one.
Okay. So it sounds like what you're saying is that you're about to be on Real Housewives, but you're not saying that, but it sounds like
it sounds like I'm not saying no.
Okay. Leaving the window of opportunity open.
1,000, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I actually think.
Let me explain something to y'all. And this is not a piece about how you feel about Mia. This is not a piece. That's Hair Cracking Tanner. Shout out to my boys, Hair Cracking Tanner. I love them over at Dish Nation and Side Dish. You can catch them on Dish Nation and Side Dish on Foxhole. But those are my boys. I love kicking it with them and doing TV with them. Some of y'all saying she's trying too hard. No, absolutely not. Wrong take. Wrong take. This is how you go after what you want. This is what it looks like. Take your emotions out of it about how you feel about her. This is what it looks like when you make your mind up about something. You create a plan and you execute the plan. This is what it looks like. This is what a cunning, smart woman looks like. Because what she is doing is putting it out in the atmosphere, making it easy for them, selling it to everybody already, packaging it up so it becomes a no-brainer. We're seeing her on social media right now with the Atlanta girls. Here's the thing. We're not going to act like she got put out of Potomac. We're not going to act like she was on the chopping block in Potomac. Now, Mia is a lot of things, a mess, a liar, a gaslighter, messy, all these different things. But she was good over there at Potomac and quite frankly carried that last season. All right. So she's in very good standing with Bravo. This is what it looks like. And I come with story. I've already come with a story. I left Gordon, moved to Atlanta. Me and Ink can now be together without Gordon, and she adds something new to what it just makes sense. It just makes sense. Somebody said Mia did a Phaedra. This is what it looks like. Stop hating on her. This is what it looks like when you go after what you want. And I'm going to be so honest with y'all. She has made it so easy for the production company and for the network. Literally, it just makes sense. Her, Portia, Kelly, and Britt, they're all the same person. Her, Kelly, Portia, Britt, they are all the same person. You are lying if you do not see Mia Thornton sitting at the same dinner table with Portia, Britt, and Kelly. They are all the same damn person. I'm not going to tell y'all this is something that I would watch. Maybe I would, maybe I won't, maybe I'll jump in and out. But it seamlessly fits in. All right, y'all, we finna get out of here about 8 minutes early. That's all I have. Ain't got no more. Be sure to like and subscribe. And for all the mommies out there, daddies, uncles, and anybody out there that got family members that are pregnant, postpartum, nurses out there, I love the part when our sister said, I love the part when she said, I am trying to get this for women to take home with them at the hospital. That's the ultimate goal. All my hospital administrators, the Funky Bunch, we are a very resourceful bunch. My social services case manager people, my welfare office people, my WIC office supervisors, my child support supervisor people, my hospital supervisor, my nursing administrators, charge nurses, anybody that's got a contact that can help this girl get these. That's a perfect idea. Send every mommy home with one of these. And then when you go to the doctor, you know what I'm saying? You can say, Doc, yeah, you know, on this day I was crying. On this day I had these thoughts. Like, it would just be an amazing thing. If anybody has any way of getting this girl's book in any of the mommy spaces, pediatric dental. We got pediatric dental fish over here. Y'all reach out to the girl, okay? Follow her at Mama You Matter LLC. I'll put that in the description box of the video as well. Mama You Matter LLC, or you can go to her website and y'all connect with the girl. With that being said, I'm finna get the hell up out of here and I'll call y'all hoes. Oh shit, I almost lied. I'll see y'all Monday. Bye.